Rasheem, I guess, I think just the general competitiveness, like after a loss, guys want to get back into it and just play that next game. What's it been like to just have a week off to kind of sit on that one?
It's been kind of rough, but obviously, we had a bye week after this, so obviously we just got fresh. Looking into this ACC play, we've been able to watch more film, get back to our details. So it's been tough, but obviously you just gotta look at the pros, gotta get over it, and we've been able to get our bodies right and lock in on more details with film. Just prepare for this next game we got.
Rasheem, being a leader on this team, I mean, what's it felt like, kind of in that same vein, but knowing that that win was there for you, that you guys maybe left a few plays out in the field that could have changed the game?
Yeah, it was tough, but obviously you just gotta get past it, gotta get the team past it, gotta fix the details and just make sure it never happen again. And I think we all got that mindset that it can't happen again, we can't lose again this season, we gotta go 1-0 every week. And I think the whole team has got that mindset now.
Rasheem, you're leading the team in tackles as of right now. What do you feel like has been going well for you individually?
Just reading my keys, getting downhill, just playing fast. That's really all it's been. Just watching more film, knowing what's happening. Cause like what I was saying, watching more film, I'm gonna know stuff before it's happening. So that's really what I've just been keying in. Watching more film, knowing what's gonna happen before it happens. Just trying to make a play.
There was about 11 or 12 missed tackles in the game against West Virginia. About 9 of them in terms of run defense. What led to some of those mistakes, and how can you fix those?
Just little details. Coach Bates been big on emphasizing we gotta get back to our fundamentals, our little details, clean up little things like taking that extra step into the hoop, playing low, stuff like that. And obviously we just gotta do that. And I think on missed tackles, obviously we can always take our shots, but we can just make them like more detailed and make them more like risk reward type shots. I feel like we just gotta do better with that for real.
Louisville brings a lot of speed offensively. Just what are you noticing on film about them so far that makes that offense challenging?
They true to what they run. Like their coach, it's a great scheme. They got some fast guys, like you said. They running back, he pretty fast. They got some good fast receivers. They just run their scheme very well. Like they execute their scheme. Like their coach, like the offensive coordinator, that scheme they got for them, they execute it well, and they gonna continue to do that. So we just gotta be able to be detailed and know like what's gonna come.
What has been your impression of the linebacker unit as a whole through these first 3 games?
We've been all right. You feel me? It's still a lot of details, a lot of more plays out there for us. Obviously, we have made some plays, but we wouldn't be the best in the country. And we want everybody to know that. So we feel like we ain't been doing enough, and we lost obviously. So obviously we didn't do enough in the loss. So we obviously just have to be better as a team, as like the leaders of our defense, our linebackers. We take pride in that. So when we lose a game and they have a whole bunch of rushing yards, that obviously don't look good on us at all. So we know we just got to be way better. We just got to set the tone, how the whole defense going, the offense going, the whole team in general. And that's what we're going to continue to do this season.
In that same respect, I mean, right before the season, you guys lost to your linebackers. I mean, did you guys kind of feel it? Like, I think West Virginia ran 92 plays against you guys.
Nah, because obviously we want those plays. Like, if we was on the sideline, we'd be mad that we were on the sideline. So us being out there for more plays, we happy with it. We just got to execute. And obviously, that did kind of hurt a little bit, like with our depth. But our 3 main starters is here, so we got to just execute. And we got guys like Cam Lindsey, Nick Lappy, who's been stepping up like every day. So we know at any time that they're ready to go. So we're not really worried about depth for real.
Any final? Team, thank
You know, through 3 quarters, West Virginia only had 14 points. Then obviously they had some success in the 4th quarter. What do you attribute that to, and what do you think you guys can learn from that experience?
I think we just gotta stay on them. Like, maybe the momentum isn't going our way, but defense at the end of the day, if they score points, if they don't score no points, we win the game. So I think I think we just gotta stay on them full throttle and just, play every play like it's our last, no matter how the game's going. Because, I feel like all of us, we feel like we should have, won that game for sure. But, now we're just on the next week, Louisville.
I think a lot of the numbers say you guys played pretty well against the run on defense. I mean, how has it felt being on the field and watching film? Do you feel like you guys been satisfied with how you played against the run?
definitely not satisfied. You know, like we let up a lot of yards against our opponent last week. A lot of yards that we're good enough to not allow. So we're never satisfied. We can allow only 30 yards rushing. We won't be satisfied. We want them to be negative. So we all know we got to come to work every day. With a chip on our shoulder, and so we're trying to be the best in the country. So we still got ways to get there. So
Through the first 3 games, what have you really noticed about this defensive line as a whole?
I just think we all trust each other. Like we truly, this year it feels a little different because this year we truly trust each other. We're truly out there balling for each other. If Fitz or Ghost or Nick makes a play, I'm excited for him, but then that motivates me to go and make a play too. Like there's so much competition in that room, and it's all good competition. We're all just on go all the time, just ready to try to take our game to the next step. That competition inside the D-line room just breeds that, so it's amazing.
How do you feel like the D-line through 3 games has just been able to get push at the line of scrimmage and pressure the pocket?
You said how? Can you repeat that again?
Yeah, just Coach Dowse was talking to us just about how you guys have been able to pressure the pocket. And while you guys lead the ACC in sacks, he just said he would like to see you guys just finish on plays a little bit more. So just how through a number of games have you felt like you guys have gotten pushed to the line of scrimmage and just been able to pressure the pocket?
Yeah, I think the guys on the D-line have been playing real good, getting to the quarterback, pressuring the quarterback, interior guys being able to, push up the pocket from the inside and make the quarterback, step out, roll out to the outside, and vice versa, the ends pushing the quarterback to step up into us and us making plays off of that. But we, like Dow said, we still have a lot of things we can fix. Like just, last game, I missed another sack. I could have had, at least 2 sacks that game, but I didn't finish, So maybe in practice I got to work on, finishing harder, and just being more attention to my detail. And that goes for everybody, we're doing pretty good right now, but we got we got really big goals for ourselves. So
When you say finishing sacks or finishing plays, is that, especially with the sacks, is that like tackling technique? Is it, what do you feel like?
it's pretty much tackling technique, but sack tackling technique's a little different because you're usually in a bad position to make a tackle, but you got to finish it. For example, the play I was talking about last game, I hit a lineman with like a push-pull, and then I was trying to wrap around him, and the quarterback was stepping up, and I'm basically just trying to dive to make the sack. It's a bad position to be in as a tackler, try to get the ball carrier down, but that is still, if I'm in that position, I gotta make it happen. It doesn't matter if it's a good position, bad position. I gotta figure out a way to, just hone in on my technique, on my finishing when it comes to my tackling technique to, bring the quarterback down in those situations.
The defense was out there for about 90 plays. Obviously, the final drive in regulation, the final drive in overtime, not the outcomes you wanted with giving up the touchdowns, but what can you take away from that experience so early this season and use it moving forward?
I thought, it didn't go the way we wanted, but we never gave up out there. Our defensive mentality is never give up. Give the same effort, on game days from the first play to the last play. And I feel like the effort was there. We didn't finish correctly. We allowed them to score. That's on me. That's on us as a defense. But what I'm proud about as a defense is the energy never leaves. We always believe that we can, end the game. We can take the game over. So that's what I'm proud about.
We've seen a lot from Zach Crothers through these first 3 games. What have you noticed about him on the field?
I think he's just real comfortable now. He's real. It's the second year. He put the work in all season, and now it's his time to shine. He's been given his opportunity, and he's made the most out of it. He's a quiet kid, but he's a hungry kid. And he wants it just as bad as all of us. And now he's had his opportunity to go out there and make plays, and he's been really making a lot of plays. So yeah.
What stands out? I know he's a little banged up right now about Isaac Brown and just the challenges he brings as Louisville's running back.
He's just a real fast, explosive guy, but he's fast, explosive guy. He's young, so it's impressive what he can do. But I have full confidence in our guys. We don't really worry about anybody, no matter who it is. we're lined up against. So I mean, he's a good player, but you know we have full confidence that no matter how good he is, that don't matter. We got him. So.
Any final?